Hi, everyone. I apologize for the delays. I had some technical issues on my end, and we are currently missing a couple players. One is late. We're going to wait on him for a bit, so I'll probably get some of the intro started while we wait for him, and another will be absent. So I guess without much further ado, we'll begin. Uh, when we last left off, our players had delivered their newly acquired relic to Certifi back in Falador, um, and then set off for the dig site to try and find a relic of the Empty Lord. After some walk-in past Port Sarah and Draenor, they eventually made it. They eventually made it to Lumbridge, where they stayed with Luke's uncle Steve. Um, had some delicious food before resting for the day and continuing on their journey. They made it to the dig site, and after helping some archaeologists dig up a ancient ruin, they encountered one of the destroyer's allies and fought uh, to gain the Empty Lord relic. Um, so now we pick up the morning after they have a nice long rest. Uh, since it's just going to be Hobrock, the sergeant, and Luke right now, we'll just get the morning routine ready. So, how do you guys wake up?
Harbrock will wake up stretching, finally just having healed up after a very hard battle. She goes on ahead and just starts stretching, like cracking some joints here and there as she's just like checking on her, I guess, stitches to make sure that her wounds are okay.
Luke would get up, slowly dress himself with kind of like a jerky motion as he's like sore per se. And after that, he would try to find a drink and head outside to contemplate over a cigar.
Sergeant would wake and he'd pour himself a thing of dwarven sprout and take a drink of it and then be like, and he pours a little bit of dragon bitter in it as well and continues drinking it, just sitting there contemplating.
Well, while Hobrock and the sergeant are staying in the tent, it seems, just checking on Hobrock, checking for wounds, and the sergeant enjoying his thing. Luke, when you step outside and you start contemplatively smoking your cigar, you see Certifi drinking a cup of tea on a nearby stool by a campfire. He waves over to you and continues sipping his tea.
Oh, didn't expect to see you out here this morning.
Sorry for the surprise, old bean, but I got a little worried when I heard reports that there were, well, some dead archaeologists and guards here, so I came as soon as I could. I'm glad to see you're all right.
Hmm. All right. It's a bit of an overstatement at the current present, but I'll survive. Anyway, he would pat the tent and be like, "Hey yo, you guys should get out of here. Sir Tiffy, I'm sure, would love to see you all."
Sergeant would come out, his mug in hand, just take another sip and stare at Certifi.
Well, sorry, I kind of missed what you said.
I said I'd come out of the tent drinking my drink and I'd just stare at Certifi.
What's that look, old bean?
I got a lot going on nowadays.
Did something happen since I last saw you?
Well, yes, but also I have learned some surprising information about myself, or at least deduced it.
I see. And what have you deduced?
I am clearly from the future.
I see. And hmm, that would explain the fact that we made contact with the what was his name again? Grand Marshal Brogan. He says he's never heard of a Sergeant Murphy. So that would explain it. Hmm. Rather curious, though. Don't think I've ever heard of time travel before. Hmm.
Well, neither have I.
Well, I can try asking around, see if maybe we can, well, if you are a time traveler, then I would advise avoiding encountering your past self. You might create a paradox of some kind.
Well, as long as we don't go to Yale, I don't think that will be much of a problem.
Hmm. More than likely not. So, I take it then that you were able to recover the relic?
Yeah, we got it. What was it again? I'm blanking here.
It's a staff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I have it. I hold out the staff. This staff ain't feel right though. It feels like a mortuary.
Hmm, really? Stiffy would get up, put his cup of tea on the stool, and walk over to you. As soon as he gets close, he just what's the word for it? He flinches as he looks at it. And he's like, "Ugh. All right, that is that it's as you say. It's not right." Ugh. And he would take it in his hands and he just shiver a bit. Ugh. Well, I'm gonna have to keep this under lock and key when I get back to Falador. I suppose while I'm here, I'd want to ask you, did you have any ideas about where you wanted to go next?
Well, all that's left is the elves, possibly the cabbage, and maybe the desert gods. But everything's pointing to probably the elves.
Hmm. Yes. So there's two possible ways you can get there, right? That I can think of. Option one is you walk all the way there. And, considering they're on the other side of the continent, I'm inclined to think that isn't the best option. So option two, if you don't wish to walk there, is to charter a ship in Port Sarum. As I understand it, Trader Stan runs a ship that goes to Prifddinas, the city of the elves.
Um, as Luke's just chilling, listening to them talk, for some reason or another, um, due to the question of where are you planning to go next, could he get an insight check, being a little suspicious?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
That's 8 balls.
Yep, well, the thing is, you can tell he was more just curious about what you guys were planning to do next, since he more or less was just wondering how you guys wanted to approach it. Since by all accounts, you guys are running the things on your end, he's just trying to provide, suggestions and whatnot. So, while it's understandable why you'd be a little suspicious, even with that low insight check, you can tell that Certifi is just more curious what you guys plan to do, if anything.
All right, fair enough.
Look, I know there's an imposter among us, but don't worry. I'm not that evil to fuck with you like that. I'll find other ways to fuck with you.
Not that
Not
evil.
evil, he says.
Not yet.
Not that evil. Emphasis on that evil. I'm more of the lawful evil kind of guy.
That's what they all say.
Who is they?
You know, they and them and there and people.
You know, happy Pride Month, everyone.
Yeah, look,
Um,
one of our viewers agreed, not that evil, quotation marks.
Look, I'm one step beyond that evil. But anyway, yeah, so you're pretty sure this is the real Certifi. I mean, what reasonable man would drink tea in the middle of nowhere?
What reasonable man would?
Yeah, that's why you know it's Certifi. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, how do you want to respond to Certifi's suggestions of transportation?
I don't want to walk all that way. I think we should take a ship.
Agreed. I always wanted to test out my sea legs.
Very well. Give me just one moment. Certifi searches his armor a little bit, and he pulls out a little note, and he hands it to Luke. This is a note to Trader Stan. He should hopefully be able to get you a slight discount on chartering a ship. Let's just say getting to Prifddinas is quite the voyage. It would likely be a very pricey trip, so this should hopefully at least get a discount. Trader Stan is rather notable for his prices.
Notable for his prices. What is he gonna try to rip me off?
No, he's just going to try to make you pay a rather exorbitant fee.
That's what ripping off is.
Yeah, sounds like a rip-off.
Well, here's the thing. He's one of the few people who does do transportation from any port. It's natural that he would run a bit of a monopoly, if you will, over most controlled sea travel compared to typical routes.
Does he happen to have any sort of honor?
The honor of a merchant. I'm sorry, this is the best I can do. Even I can't get you a free ride from Trader Stan.
Fair enough. You've done your best. Thank you so much, Tiffy.
Glad to be of help. Anyway, I shall be getting back to Falador. Anything else you'd like to inform me before I leave?
I don't think so.
Technically, Hobrock is still in her tent doing some stretches, so she has no idea what's going on outside right now.
Girl ain't missing leg day. Well, if no one has anything to say to Certifi, he does a little bow, goes over to his teacup, finishes it, puts his tea set away, and teleports back to Falador. So, I guess you guys will wait a bit for Hobrock to be ready, and because Clyde and Frank aren't here, due to one being absent, one being late, we'll just say they slept in a little bit, and once they wake up and Hobrock's done stretching, you guys should be all set to go. So, I guess, yeah.
Bit of curious detail. How does Sir Tiffy teleport away?
You see him pull out a small orb. You see him talk to someone on the other side of the orb, and then he teleports. Good old calm orb teleportation.
Oh, I was expecting a tab or something.
Nope. When you're a temple knight, you get free rides.
You see, being a secret agent is beneficial when it comes to transportation.
Secret agent man. Anyway, so yeah, he teleports via comm orb. So how do you guys want to get to Port Sarum?
Well, Hobrock finally comes out, and she just yawns for a moment until she sees Sir Tiffy teleporting to where she goes. Was that an old man with tea habit? Anybody wants to
Was
answer?
old Sir Tippy.
And she looks at you, Sergeant, and goes, "What he do here?"
He here telling us, he took the them old artifact that we just got, and he now suggested we take a ship to the city of the elves.
City of who now?
The elves, you know, the tall ones with the pointy ears, not the short ones with the pointy ears.
She just looks at you with the most confused face in the world.
I don't know how else I can describe them. They look like humans, but they are slightly taller and have pointy ears.
Do they look good?
Depends on your preferences, I suppose.
Well, I hope these elves have some amazing looking babes.
Hobrock goes, "So, human with pointy ears, and skinnier. In other words, ugly looking human with pointy ears. Me understand."
Sounds like you do.
Anyway, welcome to the session, Frank.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you woke up a little later, so you missed Sir Tiffy being there and just drinking tea in the middle of nowhere. So you just see the guys having a conversation about elves.
Why the fuck are you guys talking about fucking elves?
Where we're going? We're going to the city of dim elves.
The hell is that?
Big old crystal city. Filled with pointy-eared people.
Yeah, but how far away is it, or how do we get there?
gonna
We're
take a
taking a
boat.
ship.
Yeah.
So we are going back to Port Sarum?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Alright.
Yeah,
Hobrock's
your
stomach.
favorite place.
Sorry, I was saying Hobrock's stomach growls for a moment as she starts looking over to you guys. Me hungry.
Frank looks a bit pale and kind of scared.
Luke would kind of nudge Frank on the back towards Hobreck. Here, this one looks kind of appetizing, doesn't he?
No, I don't think so. No.
She looks at you guys and goes, "No, me ask if you hungry too."
Oh, thank God. Well, I believe I do have some rations on me if you want some, I don't know, dried meat or something.
As you guys are talking about food and whatnot, you see a yak-drawn cart come in with several Varrock guards coming off. one of the archaeologists walks over to you guys, and you recognize him as Terry from yesterday. And he goes, "Well, thanks again for your help yesterday. So the guards have come here to help protect the archaeology site after the attack. They're on their way to Varrock. If you guys need a lift there."
Me think we need lift Vera, yes?
Yeah, that's the direction we need to be heading.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, so as you guys head towards the cart, you see there's a lot of space in the back of it for you guys to easily climb on. The driver looks back to you and says, "All right, Varrock, here we come." And you set off, and it isn't too long before you guys make it to Varrock within pretty record time. Like, it's still pretty early morning, and he turns to you guys and says, "If you guys are after breakfast, the Blue Moon Inn has some of the better stuff to have." And then after you guys get off, he waves and rides off.
When I assume that I
Frank,
have a Varrock image on me, but I have the palace image instead of the actual city. What the hell?
It's all part of my master plan. You see, it's me subliminally suggesting that you go to the castle and demand the king provide you food. So that
Alright,
way,
let me roll for intimidation real quick.
with disadvantage because the king is surrounded by his army of 750 guards.
So what you're saying? Oh, I can take them.
What if I
What
told
is
you the
the,
guards? Yeah, sorry.
No,
I was gonna say,
no,
what
no,
is the
I'm
king
doing
have a
the meme.
gravitational pull?
Wait. I'm doing the meme. I can take them.
In a fight, right?
I smile.
In a fight, right?
In a fight, right?
Oh, this is definitely gonna go on a clip.
Yeah. Anyway, on a more serious note, you guys are in Varrock Center by the fountain. If you want to go to the Blue Moon Inn, you can head to the south, or anyway. Anyway, where do you guys want to go for breakfast?
That sounds good.
Let's go to the Blue Moon.
All right. As you guys start walking there, you eventually arrive at the Blue Moon Inn, and you can hear it be decently busy as you see a number of guards preparing to go on duty having breakfast. You see at one table in particular, you're drawn to the attention of one that has like this burn scar on the side of his face, talking with a fellow in kind of a trench coat. The two of them are enjoying some stuff. As you come in, one of the waitresses motions you to a table for four, and in a little bit, a waiter comes up and says, "Welcome to the Blue Moon Inn. What can I get you, folks? We currently have a breakfast special. One steak with a side of potatoes and grits."
Me take that, she says, not knowing what it is, but she's too hungry to think.
I'll take that, Stu.
All right. How about for you two gentlemen?
I already got enough grit myself, so I'll take the other part, but minus the grits.
All right, one steak and potatoes, no grits. And you, sir? He looks at the sergeant, a little confused at the couple of barrels of alcohol you have with you.
I don't got any fish.
Yeah, we can get you. So we got like cod, salmon, trout. Any of those get your eye?
I'll take some trout.
I see. Would you like it grilled or baked?
Surprise me.
Are you sure?
Yes.
He said surprise him. He turns to the bartender and the bartender smiles. You feel a sense of dread, Sergeant. And anyway, the bartender turns back. His face is completely, or sorry, the waiter turns back. His face is completely normal. No evil presence there. And he says, "Anything I can get you all to drink."
I'll take some
Oh.
Guardian ale if you have that.
One is Guardian Ale. What did you say, Sergeant?
Came prepared with my own. I jiggle with my kegs.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, you two?
Me take. She goes and she tries counting, and she puts 10 fingers up, and she goes 5. Me take 5 glass of ale, and again she puts 10 fingers up.
All right. 5 glasses it is. Miss, you're he holds up his hand with like 5 fingers. Says, "This is 5." You showed 10 with your fingers.
Yes.
All right, 5 as Guardian Ales. And you, sir?
I'll take a coffee. Straight black.
All right. And I'll be back. And so anyway, he leaves you for a little bit. So anything you want to talk about while you're waiting for your food?
So these elves, has anybody ever been there before?
Me only been to Moon, and to Swampy region. Me never seen elf before. Me seen fairies, but not elf.
Fairies. And you said they were on the moon, right?
Yes, on Moon, under Moon, or on Moon. She starts to think for a moment. We're trying to. Does she recall? Like, I know there's a light source, and I know there's technically a skybox by the dialogue in the game, but does she recall specifically if it was on the surface or under the surface?
I'd say it'd be under the surface, just the way the way Zanaris looks. It's like you're in an underground cave. So
Alright. Yeah, but I mean, like, would she recall it?
Homebrew could probably recall being in like a cave structure, so I think she would have like a good understanding that she must have been underground.
And she goes, under Moon. It was under Moon.
Well, do they have any babes on the moon?
Sorry, what was the question? If they have any what?
Do they have any babes on the moon?
He looks at you and goes, why you want to know about babies?
No. I mean, like, attractive women.
What is a tactid?
Oh boy.
While you're stuttering, your drinks come. So Luke, you find your coffee is the right temperature to start drinking at. God damn it, Luke!
For those of you at home wondering what's going on, Luke responded on text. Luke, go ahead, say it out loud. Better you say it.
Oh, I said, my drinks come?
Why you gotta do this to me, man? Anyway, he puts down an empty glass for the sergeant, so that way he has something to pour his drink into. And one has Guardian Ale for Frank, and then a large glass of his Guardian Ale that's equivalent to 5 normal size glasses for Hobrock. Your food will come out shortly, and then he disappears behind disappears into the rest of the restaurant section. So anyway, back to your conversation about what you mean by attractive, Luke.
how do I put this? Okay, have you ever seen like another orc and you were like, wow, I really wish I could get to know them.
Habrock looks at you for a moment and goes, no, maybe, no.
Hmm. Well, I'll take that as a yes. So basically, that's what attraction is.
She looks at you, still confused, and she goes, all fairy female?
Maybe? I don't know.
No, like she's trying to tell you that all fairies are female.
Oh. Well, then I suppose they'd probably have some babes on the moon. That's a great thought. Babes from space.
Habrock looks at you very confused on why you continue to talk about babies.
Luke just tilts back in his chair, props his feet up, ankles crossed, and starts sipping his coffee, thinking about babes from space.
I've never been to the Elven city. Mostly arms just sailed around the unquiet ocean. But I did know a few elves from my time in arms.
So you mean from the future?
Yes, I knew future elves.
Well, do the elves in the future have babes?
What?
like I saw his icon move, but no sound.
I was laughing and then I said, yeah.
Oh yeah, see, Sergeant knows what I'm talking about. And he'd go to like fist bump you.
I'd fist bump you back.
All right, as you guys are finished fist bumping, Luke, you get your steak and potatoes with no grits. Hobrock and Frank, you get your steak, potato, grits. And for your trout, Sergeant, you see that the trout has been deconstructed into sushi. So you also have a little thing of soy sauce right next to it. The waiter then puts a pair of chopsticks and smiles at you and says, pick it up.
Now, what am I looking at here?
This is a particular treat from the Oshenko Isles called sushi. You use these little sticks to pick up the things and put them in your mouth. It's...
Is that where them ninjas are from? You see
Yes.
Sergeant getting angry. I slap the sushi off the table immediately. Ninjas killed arms, and you dare try to feed me the delicacies of the ninja?
You said surprise you, Sergeant Murphy.
Yeah, are ninjas not a surprise?
Did you know my name? Did I tell him my name?
I
Wait,
don't
you-
think so.
Habrock is just focused on eating the sushi off the floor because she learned one important thing about her survival: never waste food.
Who are you? Did the ninjas send you here to finish me off?
What are you talking about?
You knew my name. I don't recall telling.
Well, to be fair, we've never met, but I have heard of you. There was a friend of ours over by the church here who mentioned you and your friends.
And who would that be?
Yeah, did we go to a church here?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was the one
recall.
day you weren't here, Luke. You were AFK when they went to the Zamarakian church.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you one of them Zammies then? I screamed.
Maybe, maybe not. Sir, if you are gonna yell at me, I could get the guards. They could escort you out.
We
And
did
maybe,
you a service and you try to poison me with ninja food.
well, first of all, sir, I didn't know you had a problem with ninjas. But secondly,
Everyone knows Arms has a problem with ninjas.
what's arms?
Oh,
All right, from the future.
as Sergeant is screaming about being poison, Hobrock hears and she goes, "These no poison. Dirty now, but no poison."
Sir, let me put it like this. Next time someone asks you how you like your fish, maybe don't say surprise them, because after all, you never know what you're gonna get when you say it like that.
Bring me baked then, please.
Very well. And the waiter disappears, and it isn't too long before a baked one comes out. We kind of expected you to order baked. Most people like it baked.
Sergeant would just mumble and then start eating his fish.
Anyway, Hobrock, as you finish the sushi, you're like, it tastes pretty good. Like it tastes raw, like I said, that raw fish taste, but like it's pretty yummy. But anyway, as you guys dig in, you see that most of your steaks are cooked medium rare. So you get that nice, delicious juiciness, but it's not super chewy like rare meat is. And Sergeant, you notice that the baked trout has breadcrumbs on it that gives it a nice I don't want to say bready because like I've already said the word bread, but bready taste to it, you know?
These bread's bready bread.
Like flaky or doughy?
I guess weedy in this case.
Haha, eat your Wheaties.
Yes. Anyway, the food is good.
As Luke's just eating away, sitting near Sergeant, he eventually looks up and over at him and then says, "With all this talk about ninjas, it's got me thinking. Are there any ninja babes?"
Imagine they would be worthless human beings, ones of unfathomable horror.
Interesting.
I ain't a fan of ninjas. They took down Arms. In the future, I get. Wait. I think I could stop the ninjas then. If I kill the ninjas before the ninjas kill Arms, then I saved the future.
What is Murphy talking about?
Is this why I'm here? Was I sent back to stop the ninja attack against Arms?
That sounds like a really big self-prophecy.
Well, why else would I be in the past?
I don't know. The world is a gaslighter.
Sergeant, as you say that, you feel somebody behind you whisper in your ear, "You can't stop it. It's a canon event." But as you turn around to look who it is, no one's there.
No matter what you say, disembodied voice.
Hey Sergeant, can you give me the book on ninjas you got from the bookstore before?
I'd rustle around in my pouch and then pull out my ninja book with the spiky hair, blonde, orange wearing ninja on it and hand it to him.
Thank you. Frank just starts scrolling through it, and when there is the page with Haku, I believe, was the name, Frank shows it to Luke and says, I don't know, it appears the ninjas do have babes.
Luke would lean over, take a look at the picture with a smug grin. Ooh, very nice.
Anyway, as you guys finish up eating and discussing ninja babes and whatnot, the waiter comes by with your bill and says, that'll be 58 gold pieces.
Each or total?
Total.
I'll cover it this time, so 58 you said?
There, as he takes the gold, he then lets you guys finish up and whatnot. So you guys are now full and satisfied. So where do you guys want to go now?
Are y'all ready to start walking back to the port?
Yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah. Elven babes, I'm coming for you.
All right, do you guys want to go the south way or the west way, like through Barbarian Village?
Do we really? Do you want to go back there?
No, I'm just asking you guys which way you want to go. You want to go
Hey
south?
Frank, do you want to meet your friend?
Sure, he would attack us on sight.
I don't know. Maybe he respects me just a little bit more.
Yeah, I believe they have some mutual respect as warriors. I don't know, they should be kind of chill like that.
Well, what's the worst that could happen? Let's go through Barbarian Village.
Hot
All
Rock's
right.
just following behind and goes, Bob, Village of Barbarian. Time Luke got beat up by Chief.
Yeah? Well, at least I didn't give him a hand.
Finish the sentence, Luke.
Said, well, at least I didn't give him head.
Anyway, you start making your way to Barbarian Village.
Did you want to give him it?
No, it's a play on the events that happened. Somebody headbutts somebody.
Anyway, yes, you guys. By the time you make it to Barbarian Village, it's late afternoon. The guy who was guarding the bridge, isn't there this time. And when you walk in, you see the chief just examining some cigars on a table. When he looks over to you, he nods, and actually, he then doesn't take, and is surprised to see you here. Then he smiles and says, well, a visit of my old sparring partner. Perhaps you'd like to partake of some freshly made items. And he motions to the cigars on the table.
Ooh, you know, I'd love to sample some new product. Looks amazing. Say, how did you make these?
Step 1, grow the herb. Step 2, wrap it up in a little light papyrus. Step 3, close it up.
Ooh, very nice. The leaves, as he picks one up and holds it, the leaves are not too dry, but not too moist. Nearly perfection.
I'm glad you like it. He proceeds to light the cigar for you to take a puff.
Oh,
As you,
hell yeah.
yeah, and as you do, you get a very cinnamony flavor off of it. But it's also really strong, so it makes you cough a bit.
Ooh, it's got quite the aroma and flavor. Is that cinnamon?
Yeah, that's some Torstal. That'll put some hair on your chest.
Nice, very nice.
Sir, how many do you have of these cigars?
Depends on the flavor. This is just our test run, so we have one of each. So we have the Torstal one that your friend is having. Then we have, let's see. Yeah, then we have, yeah, then we have some Guam. And some Toad Flax. And Marintil.
So you only have 3 cigars remaining in total. Not any like in a warehouse stored.
Oh, no, this is a test run.
Alright.
Which one would you like to try?
I wasn't looking to try anything. I was gonna buy a few just for the road, so I can give, when Luke does a great job, just give him honest. There you go, buddy.
I see. Well, come back in a few days and we might be able to sell you some.
Alright, it's a deal. And I extend my hand to
All right.
Electric.
He stares at your hand for a second, then he grips it in this incredibly tight vice-like grip as he shakes your hand. You take 1 bludgeoning damage.
That's some strong grip you got there, sir.
Thank you.
A man with a strong grip.
Anyway, yeah, we thought the cigar idea was an interesting one, and I thought it'd be a good way to make up for offending our friend here. And he pats Luke on the shoulder.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. Though, I forgave you once we more or less made a truce.
I know, but I thought might be nice to provide a bit more as part of that forgiveness. Now, what brings you back this way anyway?
Honestly, we're just passing through. We weren't sure if we'd be able to come through or not, but I'm glad we did. We're on our way to Port Sarum. Hopefully, when we reach our final destination, way out in the west, in the Elven lands, they'll have some nice babes.
That was weird. Something happened. Anyway, yeah, he nods his head, and I see. So, best of luck on your journey then.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And Luke would snuff out the cigar and say, I'm saving the rest of this for the road.
Sounds good, my friend. Sounds good.
We are ready to head out and get to the port.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So as you guys make your way out, it's eventually nighttime by the time you're halfway through the forest path along the mountain. So you probably need to stop by and camp. Um, Anything you guys want to do in preparation for the camping out?
When I'm setting up my tent, I would put like some makeshift traps around it. I gotta be ready for the ninja attacks.
Frank would observe the placement of those traps.
Alrighty then. Um, Anything else anyone wants to do before camping out?
Luke would saunter off and try to find some some loose brush and maybe a few fire-worthy sticks.
All right, you managed to find some relatively easily. And I assume you go back and make a campfire?
Oh yeah, he heads back to camp with his bundle of brush and sticks, drops it in the center, and proceeds to just firebolt the massive flammable material.
Explodes in your face and you kill everyone. The end. No, you light the fire relatively easily. Man, you need to invest in a tinderbox. This is very expensive casting.
You assume I don't have one?
Then why aren't you using it?
Not as cool.
My brother in Christ, you're going to set the entire forest on fire. And remember,
California knows how to party.
only you can prevent forest fires.
Oh, true?
Anyway, so you guys spend the night here. Nothing intense happens if you guys decide to like just chill out. So do you guys want to talk about anything, or you just want to go straight to sleep and continue on your journey to Viridian City?
Frank would like to stay up until he knows that the sergeant is sleeping, sneaks into his tent, and again does the same stuff that he has done for the last 2 nights.
You kind of missed the part where he already believes that.
Yeah, but you have to reinforce it, you know? What if he stops believing?
But his manga keeps telling him to believe it. Anyway, Sergeant, roll a wisdom save.
You are from the future, Sergeant.
19.
Yeah,
-1.
Sergeant, as you hear that whisper in your ear, you immediately wake up and you see Frank standing above you creepily, like close to you. And you realize he's been trying to gaslight you into thinking you were from the future.
Fuck!
This was all you?
It was just a little bit of pranking, but I still do believe you're from the future. Like, that's 100% certain. I was just making you believe it.
Well, I also sort of believe it. Less now, but I think I may be from the future still.
Like, the evidence is there. Like, nobody knows about arms. what's his name? The Lord something. The
Lord
one,
Brogan.
yeah, that guy. He hasn't made arms, but is thinking about it right now. So kinda makes sense, you know?
Please get out of my tent.
Yeah, I am on my way. Frank would kind of with his head down and shoulders low, just I don't know how you call it, embarrassed, walk out of his tent.
All right, roll me a history check real quick.
Who?
You. What's the score? What did you roll?
That's a 7.
Unfortunately, you forgot where one of the traps was and accidentally step on it. Sergeant, what kind of trap is it?
God damn.
It's like those little what do you call them? Like catnips? Like the little spiky things that you step on?
Oh, caltrops.
Yeah, caltrops. Yeah, it's like
All right.
that.
Frank, you take 6 piercing damage from stepping on the caltrop. And
Fuck!
yeah, it's stuck in there.
I raise. Frank raises his leg and just pulls it out while screaming in pain.
So
Fucking
yeah, you,
ninja traps.
yeah, you all see Frank just cursing his bad luck.
Maybe
For
karma is
sure.
real, I guess. Sergeant, you are a hypocrite using ninja traps while trying to defend yourself against ninjas.
I saw it in the book. They'd never expect a play-by-play from their book.
Actually, that makes some sense, you know. Well, I'm off the bed.
Anyway, you guys all go to sleep, and you feel refreshed and relaxed the next day after a long rest. So, anything you guys want to do before you continue the journey?
Luke, upon waking up in the morning and getting ready, would just make sure to kick some extra dirt over the fire or fire area, pit, what have you.
I see you're taking my words to heart then.
What?
I told you.
No!
Only you can prevent forest fires. And you took it to heart. I'm glad, Luke. This makes me very proud of you.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling curious about if, there was any fire babes or not,
Yeah, sorry, not in this universe. Try the Elder Scrolls next time.
Damn.
What about the lava nymph?
Sergeant, she's not here in old school. Also, this is all in Luke's head. How can you hear it?
Hear anything?
Are you sure, Luke? Or are you sure, Sergeant? Are you really sure?
Sergeant wakes up and immediately starts drinking Dragon's Bitter, picking up his traps.
Sergeant just has dreams that he's in my head.
Yep.
Man is accidentally psychic. Alright. Anyway, unless someone wants to do something else, y'all continue your journey through Falador, or to Falador. And by late morning, you guys reach Falador with relative ease.
Falador, I thought we were meant to go to outside him.
Yeah, well, you guys took the path through Barbarian Village, and you took camping in the mountains. So you have to go through Falador to get to Port Sarum now.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, don't worry. I know the pathway. I've lived in this universe for way too long.
Sadly,
Y'all
that is
think
true.
Y'all think I'm gonna run into the elf woman I used to know? What happens if I run into someone I know from the future?
You remember them then? You ask them their name. Simple.
Yeah, but like, if I meet myself, that's some sort of paradox. But if I meet someone I knew,
How would you meet yourself? Do you have brother that looks like you?
I'm an only child, but I would exist in the past and be a separate person because I'm the entity from the future.
You just gotta take your own self out and assert dominance over this timeline.
And create a time paradox and destroy the whole world with it.
Now, would a paradox occur by talking to the elf woman I knew?
I don't think so. From their point of view, it will just be. Well, it depends. If you like, how long ago did you know them?
Well, I knew them all at arms, and I've been out of arms for like 8 years, I think.
So basically, if you started knowing them after joining arms, they wouldn't know you, so it would just be like meeting any normal person in this timeline. I think.
Now, hypothetically, how do I not paradox this to say, not ruin a future unborn child?
Did you sleep with that elf woman?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Use the same pickup lines you used the last time. It might work. Just
But
this
then
time you're a bit older.
The baby would be born before I even joined arms then.
Yeah, you would have a new recruit, I guess.
This is all too confusing.
Yeah.
The entire conversation had confused Hobrock to the point where she just goes on ahead. While following the path, she just follows a butterfly.
And unfortunately, you create a butterfly effect. But in all seriousness, you guys make your way through Falador with relative ease. And as you get into the southern gate, you continue further down past the farm. You know this path already by now. And by late evening, or I guess early evening? It is starting to get really dark. You arrive in Port Sarum. But you also get a sense that Port Sarum is not as you remember it. There's a lot of people out in the streets talking to each other about something. And you see like a big crowd around the port area.
Ooh,
Let's check it out.
agreed. The hell is going on here?
As you get closer, you see the priest that you encountered on your way out of Port Sarum on your first day, kneeling by some covered bodies. And Trader Stan, this fellow in a, or actually, no, let me rephrase that. And you see this like slightly more well-dressed fellow in a hat and a cane, trying to calm the people down, saying, "People, please, this is not under my control. Who could expect a ghost attacking a ship in the middle of the sea?" But you can see the crowd is getting a lot angrier at that comment.
Frank would freeze after hearing the trader say that. Oh no. Guys, is there any other way to get to where we need to get without getting on a ship?
Walking, but I ain't doing that.
Hey, Frank,
Yeah?
you ever stolen anything, I don't know, extremely valuable before?
Might have while we were doing the thing for the Mott and you know the where we went to the party and Sergeant quote unquote pranked me.
Well, how about something as large as a fucking house? You know, like a boat.
Oh yeah. Why don't we just hire one? Like I've got a lot of money after making some legitimate deals with you guys. It shouldn't be that expensive. Steve, would Frank know how much does hiring a boat cost?
Um, given the distance that you're probably going to be going, you can tell it's probably going to be like close to 5,000 gold pieces. But as a reminder to Luke, you also have Sir Tiffy's note to help get you a discount. So,
It might be a bit too expensive, but I don't know. We can just say Sir Tiffy sent us. I think it should get us something at least.
Well, he did give me a coupon.
Well, let's try that, and then we can try to do the totally legitimate way of getting a boat.
as you guys say that, you see the crowd get dispersed by guards who are escorting the civilian population away. And then you see the trader guy take off his hat and like mop up his sweating head with a cloth. As the priest lady gets up and walks over to the trader, and you see the two of them talking in whispers. Do you guys want to approach them?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. As you get closer, the trader stops talking and he turns and says, "Hello there. Welcome to Port Sarum. Are you looking for a ship, perhaps?"
May I see the bodies?
Oh, the priest walks over and pulls back one of the cloths, and you see that one of them has a hook hole in his neck, and based on the way he's dressed, he was the captain of the ship. She then turns to you and says, "This was the one who died first. And with his death, the ship was thrown to chaos, and these other two were killed in as the ship tried to return to port."
Oh, this is gonna be awful. So, did you say that the ghost attacked the ship before?
The trader freezes a little bit, goes a little panic, goes, "Ghost? Who said anything about a?" And the priest stops him and says, "Based on what the crew members had said, it seems that indeed some spirit had approached the captain's quarters and attacked him. They heard the ensuing chaos and were so startled that it resulted in the events that transpired. They most weren't able to see the ghost too well, but they could tell it was a man with a rather large bloody hook."
All right. Well, yes, we would like to hire a ship.
The trader brightens quite a bit and goes like, "Really? That's great. Where can I get you to go?"
I don't know, to the elf place. You know what I mean.
Prifdinus? Under normal circumstances, chartering a ship there is 4,800 gold pieces. But if you could do me a favor while you're on the ship, I'll pay you, and we'll consider the transportation covered by that.
What favor?
If you could protect the crew from the ghost, that'd be appreciated.
We can certainly try.
Well, miss, it seems like things are working out pretty well. And the priest nods, and she goes, "Yes, it seems then that I'll be able to accompany them as well." hopefully we can, at the very least, ensure a safe voyage. All right, I'll get the crew ready, and we'll set off first thing in the morning. Until then, goodbye. And the trader walks off.
Ooh, I didn't give him the coupon.
I doubt the coupon will be necessary given the fact that you are being paid to go on this trip.
Yeah.
Tell me, sir, and the priest turns to Frank, you seem inordinately hesitant to truly travel on this. Perhaps you know something?
I used to be a sailor in this. I used to be a sailor. I saw many people, many bodies washed up on the shores. So this might get a little bit messy.
Yes, I would agree. From what I have investigated about this ghost, and from what I've spoken to some Fremennik as well as some pirates, we are dealing with a drowned spirit of some kind. The Fremennik call it a drogan, but I'm not convinced it is that particular kind of specter. But if we are able to best it in combat, we might be able to weaken its grip and hopefully ensure a bit more safe passage.
Habrak
These-
speaks up and goes, "Me thought we fight ghost. Now we fight dragon."
Ah, I see the misunderstanding. No, it is called a drogan. It's a kind of spirit of the drowned, if you will, in Fremennik cultures.
Oh, undead monster. Got it.
Yes, I suppose that'd be a more simpler way of explaining it.
He wasn't always a monster.
So then you knew him.
He was a good man. The captain was a coward and cut the rope while he was in the water. You know, our crew, they used to harvest certain things from monsters and such, and some things are better harvested fresh, from alive ones. So, Thomas, how it depends how we pronounce it. Let's just say it. Used to be the best one. Oh, fucking how should I say this? He used to be the best one of us, but because the waves got a little bit too high and the captain was a little bit too cowardly, he cut the rope. I believe Thomas died that day, and well, you might know the rest.
Yes, this does check with what I have been understanding. It seems the Spectre enjoys attacking the captains of any crew that dares set sail upon the seas. To think it be such a vengeful spirit. It is most concerning indeed, and does not bode well for our journey. But I have gotten ahead of myself. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Iris, devotee of Icflarin.
My name is Frank. Nice to meet you, Iris.
Icflarin is the god of the underworld in the Menethite culture. He guides the souls across the river Numenem to the afterlife.
Yes, a god. You ain't a Het follower, are you?
No, but Het has my respect. The god of life and vitality is well known among those in Al-Kharid.
I ain't a big fan of Het followers, so no Het prophecies, please.
I do not understand why you would despise Het so.
Well, I guess this didn't happen yet, but in the future, the duel arena will be struck by an earthquake and collapse, and Het followers will turn it into a hot spring of sorts.
Habrak, as Murphy says that, Habrak, he sort of gets behind him and just does the gesture that he's a little crazy without saying it, so she's like makes a circle around her ears.
That is odd, but I highly doubt the Emir's arena would suffer such a fate. They've already had to deal with a corruption scandal of rigged bets, of rigged fights, but such that the Emir had to take over all of it. So, but it is
What
curious.
you said just made any sense to me.
How curious. How curious indeed. Anyway, I believe we should rest for the day. It is getting late and we have an early and long voyage ahead.
Let's go to the inn, have some drinks, calm the nerves a little bit.
See your favorite person?
Yeah, definitely.
By all means, go ahead. I shall find my own dwelling for the time. I shall see you all in the morning. And then Iris disappears into the rest of the town as you guys start making your way to the Rusty Anchor. As you reach there, you see that while it's crowded and people are drinking, they're not in a particularly good mood. A lot of them have like a stormy sort of disposition, and a lot of them seem on edge, more than likely because of the dead bodies.
Is that a free table?
There is.
Let's go there.
All right, as you sit down, Frank, you immediately get a drink, and your favorite bartender winks at you, but not in a suggestive way, but in a threatening way, and goes, "Can I get you anything? Can I get you folks anything at all?"
I'll take an Asgardian ale, please.
No. Enjoy your rum, Frank. Anything else for anyone else? And she smiles pleasantly at the rest of the party.
Can I have an Asgardian ale?
Of course you can.
Nice. I'll take that then.
Hobrock, do you want anything from the bartender, or are you good?
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to fix something on for the stream. Yeah, Harbrock will order an Asgardian ale also.
Alright. She's gone in a flash and back with your 2 Asgardian ales. An empty glass for the sergeant before returning to the table. Frank, while the others are enjoying either stuff they brought or the Asgardian ale, you see that in your glass is this murky black liquid that bubbles and you can hear whispers from it.
Sergeant? Do you want something special?
That's what he's.
I believe it's some kind of special rum.
The type of new alcohol.
I slide it towards him slowly.
Sergeant, as the beer glass with the rum gets closer, you feel a sense of dread as you see it. You know this smell. This is the smell of brain-deaf rum.
Oh. Now this is some rum.
Oh god, he's into it!
Start chugging the thing.
Alright, roll me a con save.
15.
You see the sergeant just down this drink in like no time flat and look completely unfazed. Sergeant, you are very drunk right now, but you are otherwise fine.
Harbrock goes to grab the rum and proceeds to also jug it down, wanting to know.
There is no rum left, but you can order more if you'd like.
Yes.
All right. As you do, the bartender lays a bottle of rum. Do you want to chug it down?
I'll chuck it down like a train. Let's go.
Roll con save with disadvantage.
All right, give me 13.
As you chug it down, you feel everything burns inside. Like, not the good kind of way your other alcohols have been, but like in a bad way, as though you're dying. It feels like when that cultist guy was beating your ass a couple days ago in the Empty Lord ruins, and you just, do you want to keep drinking, or because your body says telling you to stop?
She goes. "Mm." Did it taste good to her though? Aside from the
No.
effect.
No, it did not taste good. You're pretty sure this is just liquid poison.
Habra goes. Bleh! This disgusting. Why you drink it? She goes and like she just pushes it into the center of the table while looking at Sergeant. Or whoever drank it, sorry. I'm focused on something else right now.
Yeah, it was Sergeant who drank it, but also Hobrock, as you say those words, you feel incredibly lightheaded and like super drunk. Like, not even like Sergeant Murphy's levels of super drunk. You're like even worse off than him.
Alright, so as she tried to say the word, this is disgusting. Why you, Murphy, why you, no! She pushes the bottle with, I guess because she's drunk she wouldn't know her strength, that she just pushes the bottle off the table.
You guys see the bottle go flying into the nearby wall.
You're getting in the spirit of the brain dead.
Well, there it is. Proof an orc can survive off ale, fumes, and pure spite.
Sergeant, can I have some of the alcohol you got from Uncle Steve?
The bitter dragon.
Yep.
Yeah. I would pick up the keg, but it would be the Dwarven Stout keg and hand it to you.
Thank you. I guess the glass where the rum was is empty now, right?
Yes, the sergeant drank it all.
Well, I would pour some of the how did you say it, Sergeant? The Dwarven something?
Dwarven stout.
Of
So,
the Dwarven stout in.
so as you do, you see that it's not the proper color for Dragon's Bitter. You see it's more of a black color, but not the unpleasant blackness of the brain deaf rum. More the pleasant and frothiness of the Dwarven stout. You see that the sergeant has got them mixed up.
I think you got the kegs a little mixed up there, Sergeant, but who cares? Cheers. And Frank chugs it.
As you finish off the Dwarven stout, it tastes good overall, but as you get to the bottom of it, you also taste a little bit left over from the rum, and it sends a shiver down your spine.
Ooh, if somebody drank that rum and wasn't in someone with an iron liver like Sergeant or had incredible constitution like Hobrak, they would probably just die. Damn.
That was the point. The bartender says behind you as she starts cleaning up the table.
First of all, how the hell did you just teleport behind me, Jill? Second of all, you ain't gonna get rid of me that easily.
Oh, I can try at least.
Oh,
And
you can
secondly,
certainly try.
oh yes, and I will. Anyway, good night, Frank.
Ooh, Well, we have you here. Can I get some fish and chips?
Of course you can. And then she disappears, and a little bit later, you get some fish and chips, and she also puts down a thing of malt vinegar for you to use on the chips.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're British here, so enjoy your malt vinegar. I apologize to all those in the UK. I had to make you all suffer, as I have.
Damn. Well, while everybody's just enjoying themselves, then Habrak will continue to like be drunk, eating her food with very loudly now. Like her table side manner just vanished again, as she just. Yeah, it's
Well, Frank, I can't remember that bartender. Is she your wife?
She ain't my wife. She's my former boss. Do you remember how I quit a little bit too hastily during rush hour while we were accepting the first quest?
I was drinking.
Well,
I
I
showed up
think
later.
okay. So imagine this. I was the bartender at the time. So imagine this: Luke, Clyde, and me, and the definitely not evil guy archaeologist. We're, we're just sitting, chatting. He said 1,000 gold pieces. I got a little bit too excited, so I quit on the spot, and I might not have said the best things while I was quitting.
We get bad mouthed.
Yeah, I just said fuck you, jail. I think.
I kind of thought her name was Sally.
No, it was jail. I definitely I remember that at least.
Gotcha.
Well, that's rough. I thought she was your old lady.
No.
Sergeant Murphy would finish that thought and then immediately pass out onto the table.
Luke? Luke?
Yeah, what's up?
So from the state, Sergeant, is it? Do you think that Homebrew will fall too?
He would chuckle as he crunches a a chip. Then he looks back at you. I don't know. Did you want to take bets?
Well, I take my glass and put them on. How about I make you a deal? If Homebrew falls down within the next 10 minutes, you owe me 100 gold pieces. If not, I owe you 200. Do we have a deal?
I mean, you have the glasses on, so how do we proceed?
I believe it was I roll my typical persuasion with advantage and you roll a wisdom save, wasn't it like that, Steve?
I think it's actually a charisma save, but I think everything else is right.
That's a dirty 20.
And I got an 11.
You are very convinced of taking this deal, Luke.
You're on.
Alright, bet. And I extend my arm towards him for a handshake.
He would shake your hand.
Then I Then Frank just sits down comfortably and just looks at Hobrak.
All right, so Hobrock, roll me a con save.
With disadvantage again?
Nope, just by itself. The disadvantage was because you were drinking brain deaf rum.
Alright, I got a 14.
Okay, so you start looking like you're about to fall over, but then you manage to right yourself and continue sitting upright for the next 5 minutes.
As that happens, she goes, die me, sleepy and on the Franken. And she goes and she very roughly pats Frank on the shoulder and goes, and then she just shoves Frank back, trying to like let him go before she like almost stumbles back again before leaning on the table.
Ooh, hang in there, Hobrak. You don't want to hit the ground.
Hobrak, I think it is okay to just go sleep right here.
Hobrock just continues to mumble a little bit while she's just trying to like balance herself on the chair now.
So does the time pass until the 10th minute of the bet?
Yeah, Hobrock, roll another con save.
On 19.
Hobrock manages to stay upright for the entire duration of the bet.
Damn.
Yes.
Well, Luke, I am a man of my word. Here, take your 200, take it or leave it.
Oh, I'll absolutely take it.
Well, I think we should get going somewhere where we can just go and sleep.
Yeah. As you guys get up, where do you guys want to try going to look for a place to sleep then?
I believe isn't the Rusty Anchor. Didn't we sleep there last time we were in Port Sarim?
Yes, there was. Unfortunately, you have to go through Jill, who is waiting at the counter with a shit-eating grin on her face.
I lean towards Luke and say, alright, you order 3 rooms, and I'm gonna act like I'm just leaving, okay?
Right.
Alright.
Sure.
Well, it's time for me, guys. I should get going. See ya tomorrow. And I go out of the Rusty Anchor.
Have a good one. And then
Thank
Luke
you.
would head to the counter and inquire to Jill about these 3 rooms.
Hobrock would get up and try to follow Luke, but instead of following him to wherever he was going, she ends up walking out the back door where it's in the woods, where she just finds a tree, leans on it, and just slides down, falling asleep, and just sleeps laying on the tree.
50 gold a room, but I think one of your friends just went outside to find a place to sleep.
It's fine. We'll go get her later. And then he'd like look around and realize that it's just him. Frank's on a table. Or not Frank, sorry. Murphy's on a table. Frank walked out the door, and Hobrek followed him just a bit after. So, yeah. Well, I'll go get them. It's fine. I'll clean this up. But yeah, 3 rooms. And he would
Alright.
pull out 150 and just slap it on the table or on the counter.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a good night.
You as well. And that is removed. He'd then go and try to collect Murphy first.
All right. Murphy, how do you respond to being collected?
Murphy's out. His body's just limp.
Well, I guess that makes it
Moving around.
relatively easily.
All right, yeah. So Luke will just throw him over his fucking shoulder. Yeah, I don't know if if you want to roll or not. That's up to you.
No, Sergeant Murphy's just out.
I mean, I guess the question is, how much does Sergeant Murphy weigh?
Yeah, actually, can I pick you up even?
Well, I have 40 pounds of alcohol on me. That I'd say he's probably about like 160.
Oh, I think my maximum carry weight is 240.
So I think you're fine.
There's a difference between carrying something like on your back and leaning him over your shoulder, you know, and walking with him. Sorry, I mean just grabbing him by the shoulder and, you know.
Yee, hold on. I am looking at this. Well, if I lift somebody, it's 30 times my strength score, and then carrying them would be 15. And if I was a larger creature, then I would multiply that by 2 on both results. But obviously I'm not, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you have a relatively easy time. He's just surprisingly heavy, all things considered.
Jeez. We gotta cull this habit. You take him upstairs. And go into one of the rooms and just throw his ass on a bed. Or drop him on a bed.
Pwop.
Alright. Sleep tight. Duh. Sergeant. And then he'd leave the room, just give the door a good pull close, and then he'd head outside to go find Hobrek.
Her snoring would probably be loud enough for you to find her easy.
Luke would stand over her sleeping form for a moment, and then he would just rub his chin a little bit, and then he would look around to see if he could see Frank just being nonchalant or something.
Well, I went out of the front door and Hobrek went out the back door.
God damn it. Luke would walk around the pub and see if he could spot Frank somewhere.
Frank would just be chilling by the front entrance, I guess.
Frank, Hobrek is rather incapacitated against a tree. And the sergeant was surprisingly heavy. So I'm just gonna make an educated guess here and say that Hobrek probably weighs even more.
I believe it's not nice to insult a woman, but alright. Anyways, alright, let's carry her.
You misunderstand. I'm not calling her fat. Anyway, he would lead you back towards Hobrek, and he'd be like, "You get the feet. I'll get the shoulders."
Alright.
Alright, so just to let you guys know, Harbrock weighs 280 pounds, plus 13 pounds from her trophy pouch, plus an extra 12 pounds for like the rest of her equipment.
She weighs like double.
300 pounds.
She is 2 francs.
I take that back. Hobrek is fit. No.
Hobrock is the heaviest. I told you, she is 7 foot with muscles. This is an orc with muscles. And of course, the heaviest item she has is. I always thought it would have been the helmet that she has as a trophy, but no, it's actually the great axe. So even without it, she would weigh 295 maybe.
Alright, on 3. So 1, 2, 3, and start lifting. Like, bloody hell. That's surprisingly hard to do. Alright, so we have to carry it all the way upstairs, right?
Yeah, we have to get it upstairs.
Fuck!
I assume we shimmy inside. Or frick, just brace her leg on your knee and open the door.
Alright. Frank, like, bends his right leg so his knee is like a bump, puts one of Hobrek's legs on his knee, turns, opens the door, swings it open, picks up the leg, and goes through the door.
Luke, as we're passing through the pub's open area, the lobby-ish area, would just kind of like awkwardly nod and smile at people as he grits while carrying Hobrek with Frank.
Never let her drink again. Alright, now it's time for the stairs. This is gonna be fun.
Here, I'll pull. You push.
Just through
Okay.
through the whole thing, by the way. Just snoring. Oh shit, ton of snoring.
Sounds like a...
Sorry. This is drunk snoring, not heavy sleeper snoring. This is just her snoring that would probably have people concerned around them.
Do not worry, guys. Nobody is mowing a lawn at this time of the day. It's just Hobrek being drunk.
What do you mean mowing? Who mows a lawn? What is a mow?
Ah, bloody hell. Cutting the lawn.
Why would it sound like that? It sounds like a mammoth snoring.
That's a good comparison, I guess. Well, anyways, Luke, On 3, I start pushing, you start pulling. So, 1, 2, 3.
He starts taking some
Bloody
backward steps up the stairs.
hell. Alright, so which room do we drop her in?
Uh, first one on the left.
Alright, you open the door.
Luke would just lean his weight into the door while holding Oprek without bracing, praying it just opens.
It manages to open, just barely though.
Sorry, the what?
Ooh. The door to the room we're gonna throw you in. Well, I don't know if we could throw you, but you know.
I mean,
plop you on the floor.
That'll probably depend on the dice roll and if the DM wants you to roll.
Man, y'all ain't gonna be able to throw her anywhere. Just walk into the room, drop her on the floor, and call it a day.
You know what? Let's put her down on the floor and just take a blanket off the bed and just throw it over her. Because putting her under the bed is gonna be impossible.
I would stop maybe like with Frank maybe just outside the door frame, holding like her ankles or what have you, and I'd say, "Gotcha. Is here fun?"
Yeah, move a little bit back so her feet aren't like in the door frame.
Oh, okay, fine, fair enough. Takes a
Okay,
few steps back in.
let's put her down on 1. So 3, 2, 1.
Drops.
Alright, take the blanket, throw it on her.
Luke would grab like the blanket in like one hand and like a bundle and the pillow in the other, and he'd drop the pillow next to their head, and then he would drop the blanket over him as best as a toss does, and then he would he'd at least be a little nice and prop their head up onto the pillow.
Alright, that's taken care of. Well, I guess I'm just gonna sleep on the floor in your room or Sergeant's room, it depends.
Wherever works for you. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
You know what, I'm gonna sleep in your room because Sergeant might just throw up on me or something from the brain death ram.
Fair enough. And don't mind the smoke.
Don't worry. As soon as Frank gets into Luke's room, he will just go into the opposite side of the room to the bed and lay down and immediately fall asleep.
Luke would follow suit, more or less the same, just like flipping onto the bed. Actually, he would take the weapons off his back first, then he would flip onto the bed and just exhale, just and then go to sleep as well.
And thus you all spent the night in peace. The next morning comes, y'all take another long rest if you haven't already, or if you need to heal and whatnot. Hobrock and Sergeant, y'all wake up a lot later than Frank and Luke. So Frank and Luke, you guys are up first. The sun is peeking through the blinds and whatnot.
Remind me to one day try to make amends with Chill, cause this is getting ridiculous.
Agreed. The amount of patron gymnastics we have to do, It's pretty wild.
Yeah, maybe I could have just tried to get the fourth room, but she would have probably tried to, I don't know, get me a room that's beneath the sea, you know, or something like that, or the basement. Oh God, there were so many rats while I was working here. Ugh.
Or she could just, be more traditional about how she destroys you in your sleep.
Yeah, that might have been also a part of a plan. I'm surprised she hasn't just come into this room, busted in, slit my throat, and just left.
Maybe she still has a soft spot for you. Deep down below all that spit shined ale outer core. Yeah, analogy. Enjoy.
Little did they know, Jill was on the roof, waiting for an opportunity to strike. I'm kidding, of course. Or am I?
Well, hopefully you are joking.
Perhaps.
Alright, so what now, Luke?
I don't know. Seems we'll have a bit of layover time until the rest of them get up. Perhaps you could, make amends with Jill in the meantime. Maybe try some, flattery.
Yeah, but that might come off as me trying to hit on her, you know, like. Fuck.
What, you don't think Jill's a babe?
Like, she is pretty, don't mistake that. I think she is very pretty. But it might look a bit ridiculous, you know, since we're on bad terms right now and I would just go up and, you know, try to flirt or something like that. Like, it would come off really badly.
You don't know if you don't try. Either way, I get a laugh.
I would just say, this thing is ridiculous, let's just stop and be normal adult people.
Suit
Hopefully she
yourself.
accepted. I'ma walk downstairs.
All right, as you do, you see Iris waiting for you guys as you get down there.
Do I see Jill anywhere?
Nope, you see the other bartender. He doesn't pay you any mind.
What was his name?
Let's go with Steve.
Another
You and your
Steve.
Steve.
God
you
damn it, like. Hey, Steve.
Hello, Frank.
Can you relay a message from me to Jill?
I can try, but I doubt she'll listen to me.
Just say that I apologize for quitting so abruptly before and being rude while doing so. I would like to bury the hatchet and just act like normal, reasonable people and stop this ridiculous thing.
I mean, I'll let her know, but I have a feeling that she'll like to bury the hatchet in the back of your head.
Well, it's
As
worth
he
the
says
try,
that,
you know.
sorry, as he says that, Hopbrook goes, "Me lend the hatchet." She picks up her great axe and just shows that it will be a very clean cut.
Somehow, Hobrock had gotten up early enough.
She heard the word hatchet and just arrived.
Just manifested next to you.
No, see, it's just a nice little. You need to borrow it, just use it. It's more what she's trying to do.
Well, hopefully it's not gonna be as easy for her to kill me. Hopefully. Maybe the seas will take us today. Yeah, who knows. Alright, I'ma go wake up Sergeant. You guys,
Sergeant up
you
from
wait.
what?
Somehow
What?
Sergeant has also manifested next to you.
What the fuck? All
Say
right.
it. Oh,
Sergeant, how the hell did you get down here? Last time I knew, you were still asleep in your room as I was walking down here. And then you just appeared. Not even I didn't even hear footsteps. You just appeared. Anyways, Luke is still upstairs, isn't he?
Huh? Oh no, I would have come down with you.
Oh,
Mm.
alright then.
I wanted to see this apology, but unfortunately she was not in today.
Alas. Anyway, Iris gets up and goes, "Are you all ready to go? The ship is ready for us for our departure."
Yeah?
Me is ready.
"Then come with me." And she would head outside the bar.
Frank would follow her.
So she leads the Olayel to the dock of the port, and you see Trader Stan and his crew getting the ship ready to go. As he turns, he goes, excellent, welcome. So, long story short, from what I understand, the attacks happen at night, so be nearby the captain when that happens, okay?"
Yep, that's reasonable.
Me punch undead in face and put them back to sleep.
God, I wish it were that easy.
Me too.
Anyway, hop on board and we'll set sail.
Alright, alright. Sea legs. Let's go.
All right. Anyone wants to do before they board the ship?
No, Hobrock will get on, but I would like the DM to know that this is probably Hobrock's first time ever being on a ship. So have fun with that.
Yep. So as y'all get on the ship, Frank, it feels like a homecoming of sorts. You are very much used to the bobbing and swaying of the ship as it waits in the port. Hobrock, you feel incredibly off-balanced, and you seem to have trouble standing up as the ship just lightly sways, throwing off your center of gravity.
As that happens, Hobrock goes, "No one say ship, rock around." And like she's trying to balance herself, but she keeps stumbling around. And she, is there anything near her that she could grapple real quick?
Yeah, the mast probably.
She uses that for support, and she goes, "No one warned me of rocking."
This is some light work. Like, if you ever are on a ship while there's a storm going on the seas, ooh, that's you're gonna have a blast.
it was rather obvious that the things was gonna shake.
Me be on swamp or moon. Me no used to this.
Moon moves as well.
Ooh, it's definitely been a while for myself. Only was on a boat maybe once or twice in the guard.
I'm used to it from my time in arms.
Is there any of the crewmates near us?
Yeah, you see some of the various different sailors around the ship getting everything ready and everything to start setting sail soon. Who are you looking for in particular?
I would just like to ask one of them, where is the captain?
The captain. Ah, he be in his quarters, right over yonder. And he points to the captain's cabin. Like that part of the ship where it's like the actual like where the captain chills, usually in those various TV shows.
Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm gonna go have the word with the captain, so... Are you guys gonna come with me, or...?
Before answering, Luke would take a look around the ship. Is there anything interesting that he may wish to derail himself with?
Unfortunately, no. It's a ship. Nothing too.
Oh, I said, well, bollocks. But go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, yeah, no, it's a ship. There's nothing that extraordinary about it. Outside the very fashionable apparel of the various crew members.
Are you trying to hint that there's some very fashionable babes?
Sadly, there are no babes on this ship. Yet.
What kind of ship is this?
One
A
that's
proper
gaslighting
one.
you.
What the ship?
Deal with it. Anyway, Frank, you enter the captain's quarters and you see behind the desk of the captain's ship a nervous man just writing in a ship log. As he looks up, he goes, Frank?
Do I recognize him, Steve?
Yep, this is Bob.
No relation to
Bob?
the X-Seller.
No, sadly, it's not that guy. Oh, God. We're fucking doomed, aren't we?
Well, we do have... Well, you have me, Homebrew, the green one, Luke and Sergeant to protect you, so I guess you're not fucked. Maybe I am. But you should be fine.
I knew I should have stayed home today. Alright, just stay above deck.
Don't worry, I will be looking at the waters like a fucking hawk.
Sounds good. Alright, we'll start sailing out soon. So get ready.
So, Steve, Bob was one of the guys on the original crew, or...
Yes.
Well... I will just get out of the captain's quarters and say, well, Bob, it was nice knowing you.
So anyway, the ship starts setting sail. Hobrock, you see it start rocking a lot more than before, and your grip on the mast is becoming a lot more slippery as you try to keep balance. But the ship sets off, and it's a peaceful voyage overall.
Peaceful
well,
for everyone else. Hobrock
yes.
is just trying to hold on to the mast, going, ah, ah,
Albrecht, listen to me. Do you see those stairs next, like the two pairs of stairs that are going up a little bit, and there's the thing in the middle where the captain is, where he's by the wheel. Just go sit on those stairs. You should be fine.
As Hobrock tries to contemplate how to get to the stairs safely, you'd all see that Iris had taken a seat somewhere else on the ship and is sitting in quiet meditation as you guys start sailing out of Fort Sarum.
Is there a way to get to the I don't know how we call it, the thing at the top of the mast where you have some
The bird's nest?
Yeah, the bird's nest.
Or maybe it's crow's nest. Either way. Yeah, there's some rigging and whatnot for you to climb.
I would like to climb up there.
You managed to do so with relative ease, feeling like second nature after your time on the seas beforehand. And you're sitting in the crow's nest, and you see this wide sea spanning ahead of you. Um, as you guys start making the turn around Mudskipper Point.
Talk to Iris.
Sea is beautiful.
Yes, you may, Sergeant. Iris is just sitting there. What would you like to say to her?
Iris, does one of your desert gods involve time?
No, I don't believe so. Gods are more associated with things related to the desert itself. Death, rebirth, health, harvest, wisdom, and, of course, levity. No, I don't believe time is involved at all. Why do you ask?
Well, I may have mentioned to you that I believe I'm from the future, and I was trying to figure out why. What is Het? What does he represent?
Health and the wholeness of the body, really.
That don't sound like he'd take something that would happen to me would be his vengeance, right?
Perhaps not. I am familiar with many gods of these lands, and few have any association with time.
Really?
Time is beyond even the powers of most gods, for we cannot turn back the clock, no matter how much we would love to.
That's concerning. If it wasn't a god that did it, I wonder what.
Perhaps you will find out one day.
I have a few enemies, but I don't think any of them control time.
Yes, that is most unlikely.
Well, thanks for your time. Enjoy your sit.
Go in peace.
I'd wander off.
Anything else anyone else wants to do?
I would like to try to move to where Frank suggested.
Alright, it takes you a little bit. Basically, you're crawling along the way to get to the stairs, but eventually you make it there and plop a sit down, and you feel a bit better. You have a little bit more control over your movement and whatnot.
She sighs deeply, just relieved a little bit, and just pulls out a book now if there's nothing else for her to do, and she starts reading another how to read book.
Yep. This time, you're learning how to make simple words like at, the, and prefer. Anyway,
Fascinating.
yes. So, as you guys are sailing to see this, by late afternoon, you guys are passing by the Void Knight outpost in the distance as the sun begins to start setting. So, anywhere you guys want to go now that the sun is starting to set, or do you guys continue to hold your positions as is?
I guess Hobrock will keep her position to continue studying the book, which I guess whenever you can DM, I would like to see if that maybe gives her some, I don't know, level up on her intelligence?
No. You instead have learned how to spell the word prestidigitation.
She's gonna forget that tomorrow.
Yep. Anyway, if you guys don't move anywhere at all, night eventually sets as the ship slows down and you're just sailing at a very steady pace. Hobrock, you find that you can more readily stand now. You've gotten your sea legs a bit, so you can safely walk around the ship. You stumble every so often and not, but otherwise you move fine. But anyway, it's rather quiet right now. Peaceful even.
Where was the captain again?
He's in his quarters. It's towards the back of the ship.
If allowed, we were in there, right?
Well, Frank was in there. I don't think you guys followed him, but you can enter it as you will since you're technically his bodyguards.
Oh, okay. I'll go in there and I'll pull out one of those. Oh wait, no, I only got the one. Well, whatever. I'll go in there and I will share that cinnamon cigar with the captain.
As you enter the thing, the captain is kind of pacing around and he looks really on edge.
How's it doing, Cap? Allow me to take the edge off. And then he would pull out the partially smoked cinnamon cigar that he got from the barb and or the chief, and light it up, take a puff off of it, and then go to pass it over to him.
He takes it in his hand, puffs it, and coughs a little bit and going, "Thank you. Oy, that's some good stuff. What is this, Torstal?"
Yes, tastes a little like cinnamon, made by the barbarians just west of Varrock.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Gods, though. I hate waiting. This shit is terrifying, honestly. He takes another puff of the thing. And I think it's Thomas.
I'm sorry, Thomas?
Didn't Frank tell you?
Man, if he did, I honestly don't recall.
He was a former crew member of ours, back when we were on a monster hunting ship. Died at sea because the captain cut him loose. To think he's haunting the waters. Just sends a shiver down my spine like he's watching me. Ready to kill me. He takes another puff of the cigar. That's just some good stuff, though.
Thank you. I'm sure the barbarian chieftain would be appreciative of your compliments. Yeah, I do recall Frank calling your former captain a coward for cutting the rope.
He didn't want to risk the ship. He didn't think we could handle the little turbulent waters. Biggest mistake of his life. Man's dead and buried now because of his cowardice. Thomas came back and killed him. Kept killing whoever took the captain's space until he finally made it to land. And we fell apart.
Is this a new boat? Or is this the same one?
Oh, it's a new boat. This is Trader Stan's, one of his charter ships. Still, though, I don't think it would matter what ship we were on. He'd come for us anyway.
Say, if it was the captain's fault, did you happen to maybe do anything else to shit on Thomas before he died?
Nah, based on what I could think, it's because he was left unburied at sea. He sank to the bottom. Left to die there. If you don't bury a body properly, they can't find rest.
Yeah, it seems we might have our answer there then, maybe. Perhaps we should find his body and right your wrong.
Good luck. No way he let us bury him. I think he's too full of vengeance to do that. Anyway, Frank, how you doing up in the crow's nest?
Chilling and looking around into the sea.
As you are, you hear a voice from behind going saying, "Enjoying the view, Frank?"
Ah, really? And I quickly turn around.
as you turn around, you're face to face with this seaweed covered head and water soaked face that of an ethereal figure that stares into you, his lower jaw distended as he looks you in the eyes with these milky white eyeballs, and he goes, "Hello, Frank. Good of you to come back to the seas."
I knew I was gonna have to come back eventually.
A pity then that I'm going to have to drag you down to the water's depths. Then you'll see what I saw, and you'll sing in its choir.
Ooh, I don't think so. You know that the mast is connected to many ropes. I would like to jump down and take my cutlass, still in its sheath, and as have you seen Tomb Raider where Lara Croft uses her ice pick to just zipline it?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Roll acrobatics for me then. All right, you make it. Oh, sorry. Say the number.
That's a 19.
You make it down in a hurry, and you hear Thomas yell from atop the mast, "I'll kill her, you Frank! You all hear its melody!" And
You
I don't.
ain't catching me right now, Thomas.
That's where you're wrong. And then you see him disappear from the mast and appear right next to you. You all hear the crew panicking atop the deck, and I'm gonna need you all to roll initiative.
Yay, combat.
Hell yeah.
15.
Fucking 3? Come on.
Alright. Rolled a natural 20. That's a 22.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go to the battle map. I have it all ready now, and you should all end up on top of it.
I am on my way.
Yep. Anyway. So as you guys start scrambling onto the deck to see it, you see Frank face to face with this waterlogged ghost that's aiming to hook him through the neck. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. We just need Luke. Luke. Lukeolodian.
He rolled though. He got a 3.
Yeah, I know. I've already put him in the thing. I'm just waiting for him to show up and roll 20.
Oh, my bad.
Anyway, yeah, so the first person up will be Hobrock.
Yay. Alright. Give me 1 minute to set the stream up right there for the thingamaboobs. Alright. And, okay, yeah. I got it set up. I just need the music now. Give me a moment.
Yeah. Excellent. What song you playing?
Alright, so I'm first, you said?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. So what do I see? Because it looks like the mask is probably covering the ghost for me?
Yeah, you see Frank combat ready on the other side of the mast.
Alright, okay. Let's see. So then, how far is this? Let me quickly check.
I think it's like 35 feet. You can just barely get it if you go around the mast.
Oh yeah, so then I'll just move over here to see what's going on, which is 20 feet.
Yep, and you would see this terrifying waterlogged ghost with a hook ready to kill Frank.
Alright, so then I'll go over here then, which will be a total of 35 feet, and proceed to try to attack the goose.
All right, go ahead and roll that hit chance.
I gotta use my combat dice. Give me a moment. Alright, there you are. Alright, so first I rolled a 17.
That is a hit.
A hit?
Yes.
Awesome. And with that 17, where the hell are my dice? Oh, there you are. Okay.
I ate them,
Stop eating my dice. Alright, so I need
but they're delicious.
I'm gonna roll with these two. So oh, I just need a 1. Ah, okay, my bad. Alright, so that's a 10 slashing damage. And then a second attack, since I got I'm able to do a second attack.
You do it.
Alright. I rolled a 19. 19 a total, 26.
That's another hit.
Huh?
That is another hit.
That is another hit. Cool. Leaving me to roll for this one again, which is a 5. 11 slashing damage. And after that, let me see if I have any bonus action. I mean, I have a bonus action, but let's see if I have anything useful. I do not. Alright, after that, I am done then, yeah. That'll end my turn.
All right. As you hit it, you see that your attacks aren't really doing anything to actually hurt him. Like, you see, like, the damage is not having the full impact you intended. The ghost then swivels his head around, like, not his body, just, like, turns his head 180 to look at you and goes, "Oh, did Frankie get some friends? Well then, let's see how you like some of this," and he goes to attack you. Give me a second. Does a 14 hit?
No, it does not.
Then I'm going to assume a 13 doesn't hit.
Nope.
Well, that's the end of his turn then. Which means it is now Iris's turn. Let me see. Iris goes up to here and would then... Yes, the dice taste like Jolly Rancher, specifically the blue raspberry one. So Iris would walk up to here, and you would all see her cast a spell upon the ghost as she begins channeling some kind of holy energy, ending her turn there. It's now the sergeant's turn.
Let's see here. Iris is the one in front of me, right?
Yeah, the ghost is, yeah, right there.
How far can I walk? Okay, I can walk to him.
You guys are leaving Luke in the dust.
It's okay, I'll catch up.
Be so slow. All right, I'm going to punch him, or attempt to punch him, please.
Yep, go ora ora.
First roll, a 15.
That's a hit.
And the damage is 10. Second hit, a 16.
Also a hit.
7 damage. And my third hit. A 22
That is also a hit.
with 9 damage.
All right, just like with Hobrock, you see that your attacks are hitting him, but they're not really doing much to him.
I don't think a ghost is vulnerable to our attack.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it's now Frank's turn. So what were you gonna say, Frank?
It looks like it. Responding to him saying that attacks don't seem to be affecting the ghost. So anyways, I would like to move up. And try to attack him with the scimitar I got. A 15.
That is a hit.
Alright. And because there is an alive within 5 feet of my enemy, I would like to use sneak attack with the trip property. So,
Right, what does Trip do?
he must succeed a dex saving throw or have the prone condition. Also,
You see that it doesn't actually work.
well, that means it just reduced my damage by 1 dice for nothing. And because of the light property of my weapon, and the other weapon I have, which is my cutlass, I will try to attack. That's a net.
That's a what?
That is a natural one to hit another time.
Pathetic.
I know.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Then it's old Luke's turn.
Would I have heard them discussing attacking issues?
Yes.
All right, all right. Wait, am I not using the right tool? Do I have token permissions?
God damn it! I thought I gave it to you. Hold on. It's because you keep doing that thing where people keep coming in with like other accounts.
No, this
All right,
is the same
now
one.
do it. No, no, no. There's Luke, Raven, and then there's Metal S. You should now have it though.
Raven and oh, might have to change.
Yeah, but I fixed it, so you should be able to move it. Are you able to move it now? There you go.
Yeah, yeah. I'll move up 30 feet to here, and given their statements, I'll attempt to cast Monster Examine.
I'm gonna need to see the thing for that. Just like copy paste into our chat. Oh, here we go.
Ciao.
Okay, let's see what we got. All right, let's see. What do I want to tell you? Okay. So you are able to tell that this thing is immune to a lot of stuff. Or sorry, is resistant to a lot of stuff. But you also see that it's immune to necrotic damage. And resistant to like fire.
Interesting. Okie dokie, okie dokie. I'll try to hit it with an airstrike, and then that should be the end of my turn.
Okay, let's see some damage.
Never mind. That's a 7. I'm gonna go fuck myself instead.
All right then. It's now Hobrock's turn.
Alright, let us begin. Halbrock will decide to enter Rage as she feels maybe getting angrier will make the damage go better. So let me just click Rage real quick.
Are you sure?
It's Halbrock. I'm thinking like a orc. Give me a moment. Alright, so I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna once again attack the ghost, and that's a 10.
That's a miss.
Yeah, I rolled a 3, so please give me something good. Woo, a 19, that's 19, 20, 26.
That's a hit.
Alright, now for the damage. Come to Papa, give me something good. Oh, okay. So 12, 15, 18, and then what was the rage damage output?
I mean, last time it was 2, but I don't know if it changed with the level
it's
up.
3, yeah, it's 3. So, what was it? So 21 slashing damage.
Yep. You see that even with that, it's still not enough to really break through those resistances.
Nah, it's still good enough for Hobrock, I guess. After that, it ends. I believe I end my turn, right? Let me see if I have anything else. Yeah, no, end my turn.
Alright, just give me 1 second. Alright, it's now Thomas's turn, who turns to Hobrock and goes, "Come here, sweetheart." Roll me a charisma save.
Okay, charisma. Let me see. There you are. Oh, this is gonna be horrible. Alright, you said charisma, it is a flat 18.
Wow, you managed to fucking reject the ghost trying to possess you, who, in his anger, turns around and attacks Frank and so the sergeant once each. Sergeant, does a 23 hit?
Definitely.
That's 19 necrotic damage.
Okay, that's odd.
Frank, you got hit with a natural 20.
Oof.
Uncanny dodge, so I half his damage.
Okay, so you would normally have been taking like 38 necrotic damage, but instead you will be taking just 19.
That is still painful.
Yep, you both feel this shiver go down your spine as he cuts at you.
He got rejected, took his anger out on 2 individuals.
All right, it's now Iris's turn, who proceeds to use her bonus action to cast Healing Light on Frank. You're healed 12 hit points.
This is just me being an asshole, but doesn't necrotic like make you so that you cannot heal? Like
Not
when
normally. It's usually a particular condition of the attack rather than the actual damage type.
Oh, alright then.
Yeah, if it said, and then the target can't heal for the next turn, like with the, I think it's called Chill Touch, that's a necrotic damage attack that also says, hey, you can't heal until the end of your next turn on the target, you know?
Oh,
So
okay.
you still can heal. And then she will attempt to launch a holy fireball at Thomas.
Excuse you, DM. Did you say fireball?
I said holy fireball, not a proper fireball.
It's still a fireball.
Except
the radius?
no, it's no.
We're gonna go boom, everybody.
Guys, shut the fuck up. It's a single target attack. Don't
Oh.
overthink this.
Damn.
We're trying to poke fun at it, you know, like.
Yes, but at this point, I'd like you to actually listen to me what I say before you go off on the deep end. Because you see Thomas take a full hit from that, and he is now blinded. So enjoy that. Anyway. So Sergeant Murphy, it's now your turn, and if you attack the ghost, you have advantage because he is now blind.
Well, I'm gonna keep punching him then. So my rolls or my hit chances have advantage.
Yes.
Okay. 13.
That still hits.
Okay. Roll damage real quick. 4. Alright. Second hit. 25.
That's still a hit.
That's 5. And then my last hit. A 20.
Yep.
Man. 7.
All right.
That's all I got.
Okay, now it's Frank's turn.
I would like to attack him with the scimitar I got from the dungeon.
All right, go ahead.
That's a 24.
Yep. Roll that damage.
And sneak attack. Alright, that's low.
Pathetic.
And because of the light property of these weapons I am using, I'm gonna use my cutlass. That's a nat 20.
Very nice.
And
Jeez.
that's 15 damage, so 26 in total.
Well, under normal circumstances, yes, but in actuality, it ends up being a lot less because the resistances.
Yes, but yeah.
Nyeh. Anyway, it's now Luke's turn.
All right. Luke is going to attempt to, we'll say, Earth Strike it for the bonus action.
Go ahead.
Uh, 13.
That hits.
Oh, let's go. 12 Earth Strike damage.
Very nice. Anything else you'd like to do?
I don't know. Is there any appearance of being resistant to the Earth Strike?
Yes.
Fuck. All right. Luke's gonna charge in with his great sword in hand. Rah! And then he's gonna try to. Wait, I still have it on my sheet, right? Did I get rid of
You
it? Oh yeah, no,
should.
it's right there. It's right there. Yeah. Okay. And then he's gonna try to shocking strike at a upcast first level.
First level.
Yeah. So it would be the
Oh,
root-
that's right.
yeah,
okay,
root
that's
summon
right.
slot amplification. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm basically paying almost double for this.
Double your pleasure, double your fun. Roll that damage for double mint gum.
Oh,
Very nice.
finally! Oh
Yeah,
God!
let's fucking go! All crits, all times.
Every single 1 and 2 in that roll is a 3.
Okay, give me a sec. Because, alright, let's see.
18. It would be a difference of 18. Or not a difference of 18. I mean, the new number would be 18.
Yeah, okay. Cool. 18. Anything else? Or well, yeah, that's right. You're doing shotgun strike, right? And you're doubling that, right?
Yeah, it would have been 1d8 for the upcast because I'm not high enough level. Wait.
I'm waiting.
It should be 4. So then 2 more. So 10 and the 15. So 25 and 18.
Lightning damage?
Yeah, the 15's lightning damage, and then the 18 is physical. Slashing physical.
Yeah, you see that the damage is really not impacting him that much.
Oh, shit. And then he would pass her.
Alright, just give me 1 second. It is now Hobrock's turn.
Alright. Do I still have advantage on his attack? On attacking him?
Yes.
Alright, so then I don't have to do that or what I wanted to do. So let's roll with advantage. Natural 20! Like that's gonna do shit right now, but natural 20.
Alright then, bring the damage.
Alright, so move that out of the way, and that would be a crit. So, where's my... Okay, there you are. I love how I organize my dice and at the same time forget where they are. Ooh, okay, so that's 12, 13. That's 23 slashing damage. And then another, my secondary attack, which is a 17 to hit.
Still a hit. Roll that damage.
Alright, so get out of the way, you. I don't need you, and there you go. Alright. Oh, God damn it. Alright. That is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 slashing damage.
Alright. Anything else?
No, I don't think so. Like, I usually just look just to see, but yeah, no, well, he hasn't attacked me so far, but I did attack him, so no, I'm good.
Okay. Anyway, it's now Thomas's turn. And, he proceeds to extend his jaw in this horrific visage that I'm gonna need, Frank, Murphy, and Luke to do a wisdom save.
Nat 20, baby.
2.
Very nice. Ooh.
15.
Okay. Luke, you only take 5 psychic damage. Frank, you take no damage at all. And Sergeant, you take 10 psychic damage and are now frightened. Alright, let's see.
Also, I'll be right back.
Yep. Take your time. Anyway, then Thomas is going to attack Luke once.
Oh no.
Does a 24 hit?
Yeah.
Then you take 19 necrotic damage.
Ow.
Oh wait, I forgot. Don't do that 19 yet. I forgot he had disadvantage. So no, it's a 13 which misses probably. Yes,
Wait, what? What does he have disadvantage for?
because he's still blinded. I forgot.
Oh yeah. So a 13 does not hit.
Yep, thought not. So yep, you're good. No damage. All right, it's now Iris's turn. She would cast Healing Light again, and this time on Sergeant Murphy to heal him 12 hit points. And then let's see. Then she would fire another, not fireball. All right. She basically, he got a natural 1 for 2, so he takes that straight to the face, and you all. Hold on. Is Frank still here?
Yes.
Okay, so as he takes that last big hit, you hear him wail in pain for a moment as he looks you straight in the eyes, Frank, and says, "This isn't over. I'll be
I hope
back
it
for
isn't.
you. I'll be back." And you see him disappear in a mist and vanish.
Frank sighs a sigh of relief. Whew. Well, that was something. Nobody died,
Indeed.
so that's good.
Yes, we are most fortunate that things have turned out well.
Well, I'ma go tell Bab some good news.
She looks at the ghost, vanishes, and goes, "This easy, not hard. This is scaredy ghost. Run away."
As much as I would love to say that was true, I'm inclined to think that though we have weakened it, it was not attacking at its full power just yet. I can only assume it's because we are far away from where it was originally dead, weakening it somewhat.
Well, that doesn't matter right now. We won the fight, and that's all that matters.
All right. So you're going to go see Bob now, right?
Yep.
Yep. You find Bob just sitting in his chair, looking real scared right now. But when he sees you, sees that you're a little beat up but are still alive, he looks. Did you win?
Aye.
Hey, thank goodness. So, is the spirit gone for good?
Not for good, but I believe he should. He is repelled for now.
Hmm. Then at least we can have a safe night of sleep. Ugh. After this, I'm going into the nearest bar and getting drunk until I have to go. Hey,
Hopefully, the elves have some good booze over there.
doubt it. You ever seen an elf, Frank? They're so fucking skinny. I doubt they could handle a typical beer, let alone rum.
Yeah, but the usually pots have like, since a lot of people travel there, they still have bars and such for all kinds of people. So hopefully they have something at least.
We'll see. For now, though, I think you can all get a well-earned rest. Hey.
Oh, wait, Bob. You're telling me you've been to the Elven lands?
Briefly, I've been running this gig for a little bit. I mostly, well, my ship's mostly around there. I only came to Port Sarim because Stan was short-handed. Why do you ask?
Well, nobody's really had much of an answer, so I'm just wondering, are there any awesome Elven babes in
Actually,
Fifinus?
before you answer that, again, I didn't want to interrupt, uh, but I want in character Harbrock interrupts before he could finish the sentence and goes, "He wants to know about babies."
What?
No, no babes. Elven babes.
So babies, lad, do you mean
No,
elf women or elf babies?
no women. Come on.
All right.
He means
Yes,
them
there
sexy
are.
ladies.
Yes, I believe there are quite a few attractive ladies there who are elves. But
Nope.
I'd advise caution. They are a lot older than they look. So try not to embarrass yourself in front of mature women.
Oh no.
The forest is full of cougars, it seems.
That chuckle is killing me.
Why you gotta say it like that?
What?
Why you gotta say it like that, lad?
What? You said they were old
Older.
and attractive.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Oh, hopefully. Sounds like a great time.
Maybe for you.
Halbrox now just looks confused at what is going on, not really aware of the common human conversation or train of thoughts.
Anyway, I think this is where we'll call it quits for today, and just let y'all get a nice long rest to recover, and we'll continue up next time. Sound good?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
if you feel drained enough, I can imagine that traffic got you drained.
Yeah, a bit.
Yee. No worries.
Thank you for the session, Dungeon Master.
All right. Thanks everyone for coming. Yeah, we'll pick this up next time, and hopefully I won't have as big a delay that next time because I won't be busy before the session starts. So until next time, take care and happy Pride Month, everyone.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride
Happy
Month,
Pride
and
Month.
oh no, I clicked. Yeah, Happy Pride Month and Happy Saturday, and oh, Happy Father's Day, which is coming this Sunday, right?
Yep,
Tomorrow?
and
Yeah. Yes, so
and
happy.
happy No King's Day. Peace
And
out, folks.
also, don't forget it's Men's Mental Health Month.
Oh yes,
Don't
and
forget
also
that.
happy Mental Health Month too, and hope a lot of you guys who are like me, quiet about your mental health or probably bitching at whatever you can bitch at. I hope you guys get a great recovery and are being helped.
Take care, everyone.
Have a
Good.
good one, y'all.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.